Welcome to the final episode of Season 0 of the Ghosts and Ghouls podcast, episode 18. I'm your host, Tyler, and with me, I have the Winter Wendigo Watcher, my co-host, Anthony. If you're new here, this is how this works. I'm gonna read, Anthony here, a fictional horror story about some sort of monster cryptid, ghoul, ghost, undead, paranormal entity, alien, extraterrestrial thing, where I remove the name of the creature from the story and replace it with descriptions. And then he gets to guess to see if he knows what the creature is. After that, we're gonna go into the history of the creature, its use in pop culture, and then a little what would you do if you had to face this thing scenario. This one might be a little bit longer, bringing some family members in on this one, in the scenario. And then we're making a movie. How we're shooting it, what's the story gonna look like, you know, maybe a couple casting options, stuff like that.
Just want to take this quick second to say, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and turn that bell on for any notifications so you can stay updated to see when we post. And go ahead and follow us on our Instagram, TikTok as well. And for any podcast listeners, go ahead and follow us on our iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, Audible.
Wherever you get your podcast from.
Exactly. We're on everything. Don't know how.
Leave us a rating. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a 5 stars.
Absolutely.
Ant's working really hard for this, so
I am.
make it worth his while.
All right. Yeah.
All right, you ready? All right, so we're gonna give Ant 3 yes or no questions. He tends to go for more geography. I'm waiting for him to switch that up. But he gets 3 yes or no questions to kind of like limit down what the monster might be. And then he gets a shot in the dark guess. So
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about changing it up, I'm actually going to do that right this instance. Is this creature able to live underwater?
no. I like it though.
That's such a
But like no, like for real. Like
Yeah.
does it fly? Can it breathe water?
Yeah.
Like, you know, does it mainly focus killing humans? You know, like there's a whole lot of, you know.
I don't know. All right.
I mean, potentially you could say, is it undead? You know, like there's a plethora of things that you could say.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I want to ask that, especially it being the holidays still. Because I feel like you'd stick with a theme of holiday themes. Not exactly like the mainstream ones like Wendigo, Krampus, and all that. Because those two are like, you know, I guess what I would ask is this creature bipedal?
Yes.
Or is it bipedal?
Bipedal.
Bipedal?
Bipedal. However you want to say it. 2025.
So,
You can
yes.
say it however you want. Yes, it is. It is bipedal.
Okay. I've got one more left.
One wormy.
And it's
Do 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 do.
yeah, I'm just thinking, you know.
You wanna ask where it's located? Sharks are located in 2 places in the world: the northern and southern hemispheres.
That's so stupid. It was the best thing I've ever thought of. But like, okay, does this creature normally hunt humans?
Yes.
So it goes after humans, essentially.
To a point.
And
Yes.
what I mean by that
That
is
is preferred prey.
okay, so this thing can also go after animals as well.
Yeah.
See, that's where I was like, well, does it normally, like, it prefers... Okay, I'm going to...
It's bipedal.
It's by...
It doesn't go underwater.
I'm going to say... I'm just going to... Just because it's the holiday, I'm going to say Krampus.
Nope.
If I ever actually get it, will you say...
Oh,
absolute?
yeah, absolutely. 100%. The second you're like, it's this, I'm like, pfft. We're gonna have confetti, color cannons go off, and we'll be like, yeah, he did it.
That's it.
Season 1 is gonna happen. We got a year's season 1 upcoming in 2026. He's gonna get one.
I got to.
But see, now you're kind of in that mindset now of thinking like, how do I maximize those 3 questions to narrow down what possibly it could be?
It only took me 18 episodes.
You were so on geography for so long, I loved it. All right, are you ready for this story?
Yes.
Okay. This story is called When the Snow Eats Men. The old people in the village never said its name aloud. They said it listened when spoke of, that even a whisper could turn its frozen head in the woods. They described it instead. A towering thing wrapped in ice and hunger, a mockery of a man whose heart had frozen solid from cannibalism, a walker of blizzards, a winter that learned how to stand upright. I learned too late why they were afraid. The night it came, the forest went silent in a way only prey understands. The wind died, the snow stopped falling. Even the dogs refused to bark, their tails tucked so tight they whimpered into the earth. Then came the smell, raw meat and rot, carried on cold breath. Something enormous moved between the trees. At first, I thought it was a bear. Then I saw it straightened. Its body was stretched wrong, elongated, skin pale and cracked like ice on a river. Frost clung to it in thick plates, fused to gray flesh. Its ribs pressed outwards, sharp as blades beneath translucent skin, and its arms dragged long furrows in the snow, fingers ending in claws blackened with old blood. Its face, God, its face, was human once. I could still see it beneath the distortion. Lips split and frozen open like a permanent scream, teeth jagged and red, eyes sunk deep and glowing faintly blue like moonlight trapped in ice. It sniffed the air. Then it smiled. The first scream came from the far cabin, a wet choking sound cut short with a crunch so loud I felt it in my chest. The thing moved fast, unnaturally fast, its massive body gliding across the snow as if the ground itself pulled it forward. Wood shattered, a door exploded inward, and I heard bones snapping one by one, deliberate and slow. I ran, and the snow slowed on me, but I could hear it. I heard its breath behind me, a rattling hiss like wind through broken glass. A claw caught my leg and yanked me backwards, and I hit the ground hard enough to knock the air from my lungs. Before I could scream, it hauled me up by my shoulders. Up close, the stench was unbearable. Blood, bile, and something ancient cold. Its mouth opened wider than a human's ever should, jaws creaking, ice cracking along its cheeks. I saw pieces of people wedged between its teeth, finger, hair, a child's mitten frozen into its gums. And then it bit into my arm, and the pain was white hot, immediately overwhelming. Teeth punched through muscle and bone with a sound like breaking sticks, and I felt my arm tear as it twisted its head, ripping flesh free in a spray of blood that steamed in the cold, and it chewed slowly, eyes locked on mine, savoring every moment. And I begged it. It didn't understand my words anymore, only the hunger. A gunshot cracked that night. The thing roared, and a sound so deep it shook the snow from the trees. It dropped me in turn, charging towards the sound, and I watched it grab the man who fired, lift him screaming into the air, and tear him in half down the middle. His spine came apart with a pop, his eyes spilled out onto the snow, bright and glistening, before the creature stuffed them into its mouth with both hands. It fed until nothing moved. By dawn, the village was gone, cabin smashed, body scattered in pieces, blood frozen into red glass across the snow. I survive only because the elders found me half buried with ash and prayers. They said the thing had wandered back into the deep forest, belly full, heart still frozen. They warned me it would return, because once a human becomes that thing, once the hunger takes them, winter never leaves their bones. And it is always hungry again. All right, what do you think this thing is? And I want to tell you right now, it is what you're thinking adjacent.
I was gonna say Yeti.
No. That's close though.
Could it have been an abominable snowman or a
No.
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 They're the same thing, technically, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, that's just what they...
Yeah, just the abominable snowman. It's
But
like,
they just made that for, like, a movie.
Yeah.
So I had actually a
Bumbles
couple...
bounce.
I had a couple things. It was like, okay, Wendigo, no, it didn't have the traits of, like, what it do. Especially when I said bipedal, it can transform into another, like, four leg. You know, it's like, oh, no. At one point, I was like, you said, I think I heard the word, like, cannibal.
Yep.
And I was like, no, because I was thinking of Jack Frost for some reason. Like a messed up horror Jack Frost.
Like we're gonna do the cryptid snowman.
Like, yeah, essentially, I was like, no, that's not it either. Only thing I could think of was Yeti, but I think my mind also fried out and I forgot the other descriptions or
Gotcha.
story. So no, I don't know.
So okay. So this is.
Also, real quick though, what did you think I thought it was?
I thought for sure you were gonna say Wendigo, like off rip Wendigo.
Okay, see, that's my mind was like, oh, he thinks I'm gonna say
cannibal,
Wendigo.
frozen,
Yeah,
running around
but
eating
then you
people.
said adjacent to a Wendigo?
Adjacent.
What?
We're gonna learn. Okay, you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is called a Chenoo. Chenoo. This is, okay. The Chenoo are generally described as a larger than average man, getting bigger and the hungrier they are. They have sharp fangs which stand out due to their lips having been chewed off. Chenoo used to be human, being corrupted by dark magic and or a curse to eat people's flesh. Their bodies become more excruciatingly warm, forcing them to live out in the snow. Most stories take the point of view of the Chenoo rather than humans. So, what this thing is, it is a regional Wendigo. So, you have the Wendigo come up.
But it's not a shapeshifter.
So, if you look at the history of the Wendigo is not naturally a shapeshifter. They added that. It is the curse of cannibalism. So same thing, curse of cannibalism.
Yeah, you're right.
So this actually, hold on, I gotta look this up to make sure I pronounce this tribe's name right.
You said these were giants as well? Like,
they get bigger and bigger. From Wabanaki Algonquin folklore. Algonquin refers to a large family of indigenous North American languages that the diverse people who speak them spread across North America, the Great Lakes to Great Plains. So basically Midwest, which is kind of neat, being that you have the Wendigo, but then you also have the Chenoo, which are like very much like one of those. The big difference is the Chenoo maintains a lot of its human traits, where the Wendigo is more depicted as like animalistic. You know, you see a lot more Wendigos with like the deer heads and stuff like that. Charles Godfrey Leland describes the Chenoo as having something made of devil, man, and beast in the most dreadful forms. It's like a haggard old man with wolfish eyes. He was stark naked. His shoulders and lips were gnawed away as if mad with hunger. He had eaten his own flesh. That was out of, I believe, his book. And then there are a few ways to kill a Chenoo, usually requiring doing so more than once. Some versions of the monster, or kind of the oral history that's been passed down, the only way to ensure that they are truly dead is to chop their bodies up into multiple pieces. There is no way of destroying the Chenoo except by destroying their icy hearts, either by tricking them into eating salt or forcing them to eat so much that they throw it up. And like I said, this is kind of like the regional variation of the broader Wendigo myth. So I'm almost wondering if a lot of like North American tribes, like Native American tribes, have some sort of Wendigo-esque creature, but it's like Wendigo subsection, dig, 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 you know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say subsections. I would say it's like, oh no, this is like their they're exactly the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know, I would say, yeah, it would vary tribe to tribe.
So this is where like tribe to tribe, yeah. I think this is the part that kind of got me, is because Wendigos, once the cannibalism sets in and they transform into the monster, they stay the monster, right?
Yes.
So this is going to be kind of between history and pop culture, because this is some of the stories that are kind of still told today.
Okay.
One of them is the girl in the Chenoo tells of a sister and her brother who happen upon Chenoo tracks in the woods. The brother writes it off as bear tracks. Nah, it's just bear. Don't worry about it. The sister lays like a basket of berries on a pile of bear skins, and the Chenoo shows up. And when it does, the sister pretends to mistake it for her grandfather, being like, "Oh, hi, grandfather, da 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 da." Trying to keep up this illusion, it begins to do tasks for them, such as chopping wood, hunting animals for meat. And when the siblings decide to return to their tribe, the Chenoo asks them to build a sweat lodge for it. And inside, the Chenoo coughs up the icy lump, and it's reverted into its human form. So it can go backwards where a Wendigo can't. You can save a Chenoo, you can't save a Wendigo.
I wonder if it's because you show its humanity.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
So, there is another story called The Girl Chenoo, which tells of a woman who rejected a man's advances, causing the man to seek revenge by turning her into one of these things. So now we're kind of having the additional black magic come into it, not just cannibalism, but like I can curse you with the Chenoo curse.
Right.
She immediately notices the changes and forces her family to fire 7 arrows into her heart, effectively ending the curse. So before she could freeze up and kill her. Now, the one other like big thing pop culture wise, the only thing I could find is a book. Other than that, wherever you see Wendigo, you can pretty much slap this thing in here, right?
It's just like the Mothman.
And Owlman.
Owlman.
So, but here's the thing too, like you showed me the clip of the hunter game, right? Where you're like one of 3 deer, and then the hunter's sanity goes away, and then you turn into actual Wendigo.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that is what a Wendigo looks like. You have like the more animalistic, the elongated, like, but like this thing to me, like, what's the PlayStation exclusive game? Until Dawn.
Oh, I think, I've heard of that,
Yeah.
but no, we never played that.
So, in Until Dawn, so spoiler alert, Until Dawn, there's Wendigos,
Okay.
right? They're just human, like, frost people, but their teeth and their mouths are all chewed out. And, like, to me, that's a Chenoo. It's not a Wendigo, it's actually a Chenoo, because it still resembles the man, the human underneath. Whereas, like, Wendigos go so far demonic that it's like...
Okay, how far north is a Wendigo usually? Like, I know we're not talking about Wendigos, but we're kind of...
They're all over the place.
Like,
You mean your backyard as cold as it's been today?
I'm saying is, would you see a Wendigo
In the same place?
In the same place as like a Chenoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you start getting into like Great Lakes, Canada region, like you start looking at kind of that Midwest, but North Midwest, like that's when like you kind of get those like horror hunger stories.
The same thing goes like, would you see like a Wendigo in hot places?
Not necessarily,
But
no.
you wouldn't see a Chenoo.
You wouldn't see a Chenoo either because their body temperature rises and that's why they seek cold.
Oh, okay. So they're practically the same
Yeah.
thing. Oh, okay. I'm curious about that too. I would think that Chenoo, because what I was gonna say is the reason the Chenoo at least stay human is because the cold keeps them like from turning all the way maybe, but because the Wendigo is in a little bit
Maybe
more,
they're like Pokemon?
almost.
And it's like you got kind of like the shitty human and he's like the beginning, and then you have the Chenoo, which is like the mid, and then the Wendigo's Charizard.
Essentially, but it still doesn't make sense. I was just
I
trying
mean, it could be very much that like the further you went north, where the Wendigo stories were told, that like the Chenoo keeps, because like, hey, in the summertime, it's still 70s in the northern Midwest. It's like, okay, I got to advance further north and then get hungrier and hungrier, and I keep turning into monster. My whole thing is like, it grows with its hunger. So I couldn't imagine seeing like a starving one of these. Like, could you imagine like a gorilla-sized like
We also have to think too. It's missing like its things, like its lips just ripped off.
Yeah, no, it chews them off.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. And chews them off. So it's just teeth and frozen gums and bits of hair and plaque.
But because it doesn't shape shift.
It doesn't shape shift. That's kind of the big thing. In a lot of your modern day Wendigo stories, the Wendigo, you know, it's able to throw its voice, it's able to sound like your friends, it's able to kind of trick you into luring you here. Yeah. Where this thing seems like hunger dialed to 11, where it just ramps up, runs in, eats what it can, but it's to a point, like if it's not as hungry, it seems like it's trickable. So in the like the girl in the Chinoo, like she feeds it and then kind of tricks it. So there's still a level of humanity there. Whereas like you go into like some of the more kind of like scary stories of it, it's just like hunger, primal hunger, and it just runs in and just
oh, absolutely. I don't think this thing is like
yeah.
I don't think this thing is a horror like entity. I think this is more of like it's just running on base survival instincts. Like,
whereas the Wendigo is kind of more like,
oh, that's
they
like
kind of like keen hunter. Like, I'm gonna use every trick in the book. I'm gonna steal your friend. I'm gonna use your voice. I'm gonna use his skin.
Thing's demonic.
I'm just gonna
straight black magic. Yeah. I think because you also said in this that the Chinoo also takes the black magic, correct?
Yeah, so there is witchcraft that people have used in order to curse people to make them Chinoos.
Like the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that is the
wonderful Chinoo. All right, so I found, besides those other two stories, which are kind of like the main mainstay of the Chinoo, I found one book. It's called When the Chinoo Howls, Native American Tales of Terror. It's a collection of scary stories retold by Joseph Burchak and his son James, featuring frightening tales of monsters and spirits from northeast woodland tribes like the Mohawk, the Seneca something, designed for middle schoolers who enjoy spooky legends about Native American cultures. This does come with a complete source notes and glossary, so they kind of compiled a lot of like Native American terror stories. But it's kind of crazy because like the mainstay one is When the Chinoo Howls. So my thinking of this thing, like, and I don't like, it's tough when there's not like a movie or like a TV show or something that like pertains to it, and it's like, oh man, like I want to go find one of these things, like, and see kind of how other people depicted it. I saw like 3 or 4 pieces of art that were actually labeled Chinoo. Everything else pulls up Wendigo. So it's like Wendigo is definitely like that mainstay front stayer, like. Yeah. You look at Chinoo, everybody's like, it's a Wendigo.
I see what you're saying, too, of like having the main thing is a Wendigo and then subsections.
Yeah,
Chinoo,
where it's kind of like, it's almost like the family tree breakdown, where it's like, okay, a Wendigo and Donald Trump, and then they made a Chinoo, and then a Chinoo went and got this person, and then they made a Chupacabra, and then, you know, it just kind of, can you guess my movie idea? It's going to start with a white, black, and red logo, or a white, black, and orange logo. And a really catchy drum line. No, I keep thinking of these things, and I'm like, I'm almost wondering if the Chinoo is the result of a curse and they're forced to cannibal. Whereas a Wendigo is the resortion to the cannibal and then becomes monster. Or...
hold on. So, because the original, like, story, because we have to talk about the Wendigo, essentially. Yep. The original source of the Wendigo is that it was someone, like, from a tale that I've heard, is like someone committed the act of cannibalism.
Yep.
And then because of that, they just started turning into...
They turned into a monster.
Into, like, essentially a monster.
Yep.
And then the Chinoo is practically the same thing.
So the Chinoo to me is the result of a curse. I cursed you to become a Chinoo because you revoked my advances. Right? Like the girl Chinoo. She then transforms into a Chinoo, but because she is now a Chinoo, she results to cannibalism. Because she kind of like loses that part of her brain. Like she can't, like of her mind. She's a monster now. What do monsters do? Well, monsters terrorize and eat people. So she's just going on doing what monsters do. I'm almost thinking like in the process, because like a lot of the stories have that icy heart, right? And like that is a big mainstay of the Chinoo, is like you have to get it to throw up the ice in its chest so that it can then become human again. I'm almost wondering with the icy heart, like I curse you to become a Chinoo, your heart freezes,
Yeah.
right? But on the Wendigo side is I decided to do the act of cannibalism. In that act, like you almost summon something into you that turns you into the monster.
Yeah, it's kind of like you commit
like-
the act of black magic of like gaining more power or mortality or whatever it is that they're searching for. The trade-off is go to this.
In terms of
they turn into the Wendigos.
Oh, see, Wendigos to me are like, you did a bad thing, here's your consequence. Whereas like the Chinoo is somebody did something bad to you and now you're cursed. But I'm almost wondering if it's like, hey, if I resorted to cannibalism and now like, because I did this thing, the demon of cannibalism is now inside me and now I'd turn into a monster.
I was gonna say though, didn't they? I don't even know if the demon of like cannibalism, because there's also tribes that say cannibalism is an act of warding off bad spirits.
Cannibalism's the act of warding off bad spirits?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched the video of the reporter that goes to the cannibal tribe in Africa and they try to eat him?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. They're warding off bad spirits.
Well, also there's a different tribe that does it. They were a little bit more mild, right? They were a little bit more like, oh, hold on, because what they do is when they fight against another tribe, they would eat them, right? And they said we only commit cannibalism is usually in war or a festival of type like a yearly tradition or whatever, and it's to ward off the bad spirits, you know.
Don't eat people.
No.
People are not to be chewed on.
It's not.
Don't bite people. We're not condoning cannibalism in any way.
Yeah.
Don't eat people. You will turn into a monster of some
2 out
sort.
of 10, I honestly wouldn't recommend.
Well, but it's crazy though, because like we talked about ghouls and like in pre-Islam, what made a ghoul? Cannibalism. What makes Wendigos?
Right.
Cannibalism.
I wonder if that's
Chinoo's
because of the region.
cannibalism.
I wonder if that's because of the region. Because it's hot, they turn into like a ghoul type, you know?
Ooh, interesting.
But because it's colder, they turn into
a
like
Wendigo.
Yeah.
All right, so knowing that you can potentially appease a Chinoo.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for the scenario?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's the day after Christmas, possibly the day this comes out. You're still on this whole thing of seeing your family kick, right? You gotta go here, you gotta go there, you gotta go visit grandma over here, you gotta go see mom and dad, you gotta go over here and see grandpa over here. Well, him and grandma don't get along anymore, so grandma moved 30 miles into the woods because grandma's kind of a petty bitch and took half of grandpa's salary and his pension and left him a trailer, and she went and built a house in the woods. She's calling you up and she's like, hey, can I borrow $20? And it's like, grandma, just swipe your debit card. I don't like them fandangled things. They scare me. All right, but anyway, you gotta go visit grandma and you've been putting it off and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go visit grandma. So you're driving, you drive down her little lane, which is like a wooded quarter mile, like on a dirt road is her driveway. She's back in there,
Okay.
right?
Right.
You get to her house, it's freezing cold, it's starting to snow. But you pull up and your headlights flash across the front of her house and you notice her door is like pushed in and open and you can see it like swinging in the winter breeze. We get it, grandma's kind of an ass, but it's still your grandma. Mm-hmm. So you hop out of the car because what's going on? Run up. What? You're not running to go see what's going on with your grandma?
No. She's lived a good life.
You're in this scenario, you care about your grandma. You're gonna run to the door, and like it swings open, and in there you can see like lights, like a broken light, like flickering. And in there, you see the hulking figure of a Chinoo, ice blue skin. There's blood everywhere. Right, and you can see like these big old chunks of ice and like frost that have like stuck to its skin, and it's like sitting there and like, and you can hear it like splintering and cracking something, right?
Right.
And then you go, and it turns, and in its mouth is Grandma's arm.
Okay.
She's wearing her favorite holiday sweater. She was ready for you, and this thing's munching on her.
Yeah.
What do you do? Grandma caught Granddad cheating on that cruise that one time with the chick from the Bahamas with the fat ass, and that's why they got divorced.
Oh my God.
He just wanted to take it for a ride, but he forgot the look don't touch rule. But he was wearing those big old glasses, you know, like the glasses that the old people get when they go to the optometrist, and they got the he was wearing those the whole trip, let alone they didn't work. Still dove in.
Was so great.
He still dove into it. But yeah, that's why they got divorced. That's why she's got half his pension. And you know, there's been a little bit of a family like schism. You know, family's not getting along the best, but you still love your grandma.
I hate that I'm already here, like in that thing. I wouldn't even got out of my car. I'm gonna be real.
If the doors open in it's winter, it's 30 degrees outside, and your grandma's door is open, you wouldn't immediately like run to the door?
Especially if I don't have a weapon.
What if it was your mom? Like you pull up to the house and it's winter time and the door's broke in. What are you doing?
My mother has taught me the survival instinct. Survival
oh my God, you're a
fittest.
fucking coward.
She would sacrifice me. All right. If I was in that scenario, Flip, hey, she was like, you know what? You did great. You had a generational run. And then, you know, I would do the same, you know? It's like...
Fucking coward.
You taught me the ways. Thank you. And then I'll remember you. No, I'm already in this scenario of things looking at me, I'm looking at it. Listen, my track record, I have never been one to appease the creature.
Uh-huh.
Okay? The closest thing to appeasing I probably could have done was to the Adze, but even then, I decided to try to fight it or run and get it and then try to fight it.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna fight this thing.
Oh, you're fighting the Chinoo as well?
I'm fighting the Chinoo.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna try to appease it. All right. First of all, it just ate my grandma.
Yeah.
Right. I got this huge rage. I got this.
That is a crazy thing to call about her. I just got this huge rage you gotta take care of.
Close the door.
God, we're in the wrong business. We should make porn. we can make AI porn, and we can do it for like the gamers.
No,
I just got this gamer rage.
No, what's crazy is like ours would be like, yeah, it has the sex scenes, but like
the guy's still plot, playing Apex.
The comedy, the storyline, everything would be so good that they skip the sex scenes. Like, let me go.
Get me Game of the Year.
Yeah. So what's the layout of this place? Like, is it like a cabin, like a normal generic cabin with like a fire chimney?
No. It's like a house. So like it's like a front door. It opens up to a living room, and then there's like it's kind of like an open floor plan. It opens up. You have like there's a staircase that goes up right here that takes you to upstairs. It's kind of like lofted, and then it's like the living room, and then like there's like a bar, and then the kitchen behind it. There's 2 windows on either side of the front door. Front door's open, and it's in like halfway between the living room and the kitchen, like on this side of the island, just gnawing on grandma. So like it's turned to you though. It hasn't made an aggressive move yet. So you could potentially like you could run. You could just be like, hey, sorry, didn't mean to disturb you, and close the door.
I would have to, doing that, I would need to get a weapon. So carry a bat. Okay, I do carry a bat.
Are you Master Chief? I need a weapon. Like, well, okay, here's your automatic rifle.
Because I'm not appeasing this thing. I need a weapon. Like,
okay.
There's no shot that this thing is this giant. It has icy forms that I see. There's no shot that I punch it. I'm not gonna get like. It has like armor.
Oh yeah.
It's like there's no.
It's got ice armor.
So I'm gonna go back to my car, right?
Okay.
I'm going to essentially close it to just buy some time.
Keep it in the house.
Yeah, run to the thing, boo, get the bat. I don't know if it's running after me or not. Probably because of like a hunt. Because it sees me running away.
Well, see, this is kind of how I base this scenario because it bit the dude in the story, right?
Yeah.
And dropped him because it got shot and went and fucked that guy up, right?
Oh, yeah.
It fucked the guy up that shot him, tore him in half, like from shoulder, like, and his spine was ripped out. But
okay,
but that's the thing. If it eats and it gets full, it's sated and it leaves. It grows on its hunger, so it kind of shrinks as it eats.
so I hear multiple options. Option one, which is the safest option ever, right? Because it just ate my grandmother, it's sated and I could just appease it and just like let it
Possibly.
move on. Try to persuade it, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. Let it move on. Option two, it won't technically run after me because like it's sated, I'm not hurting it or whatever. I
Yep.
can try to get in my car and back on out, right?
Okay.
Option three is what I'm doing, getting the bat, fighting it, right? Option four was straight up just fighting it right then and there.
Just raw hands.
Yeah, raw hands.
Hitting it. Going
Right.
in. Do.
I had chosen option three.
Okay.
I would like to take that back and choose option two and get on out of here
Okay.
with my car. Now again, you think this thing is that like fast? Because if I turn to the side and it's just Usain bolting me, I'm immediately going to stop.
It's you put it in reverse. You turn the car to turn it around to like make your left to get out, and this thing is just like Usain Bolt, like you said, trucking, and then it just dives through the window and clips you out the other window and just takes your top half with it. Just your car's just covered in gore now, like, and you're dead.
There's no shot. Just,
So, I like your idea of fighting it, like just off a rip, like that. I mean, that's the first thing that came to my head too. It's like, dude, what are you gonna do to this thing? Like, I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna try to jam it, like poke it in the eyes. I'm gonna try to hit it in the nose. You know, everything they tell you to do to a shark. This is virtually just a big Iceland shark. I'm gonna hit it in the face, right? I'm gonna try to do something. Hopefully, I don't go to swing and it's like, and just like takes my hand off of the wrist.
right.
The appeasing part is what got me after I read the stories. Is like, hey, Grandpa, what are you doing with Grandma? Yeah, she really was a hateful bitch, wasn't she? Like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna let you be. Come find me when you're done. Close the door. And then I'm immediately gonna pee on myself because like that's gonna be the most terrifying thing I think I've ever seen. Because I don't have any grandparents. Like, whose grandma is this? Why did I just pull up to a random grandma's house to be watched her eaten by this gigantic cannibal thing?
Well, you can't say that because this scenario, you do have a grandmother.
Sorry, Meemaw. Sorry, Meemaw.
Just getting gnawed on.
Yeah. No, I think that's kind of what I would try to do is because like seeing it and knowing like based on what I know about it is like, hey, you can appease it by trying to trick it.
Yeah.
Hey, and then that's when I would be like, oh, hey, it's family. Hey, where's so-and-so? Like, and I would just start throwing out random names, like trying to see if like something kind of perks its interest. Now, if it runs at me, I'm probably just gonna die.
I don't know if you're nimble enough. You can.
Yeah.
I think this thing is all strength.
I also
If it grabs you, you're gone.
So you know me. I love me a good old Second Amendment. So there is the possibility that that happens too.
You get your spine ripped out. It just.
Hey.
You're
Or I can noonday witch it and just throw my ass in a circle, see if that appeases it.
No, I don't think it will.
You don't think it will?
No, I don't think.
Maybe it's a cannibal for butt. Just like.
I don't think.
If you were like, okay, it was a side tangent. If you had to eat somebody, where would you start?
Oh my gosh.
Like, would it be like a calf steak, a butt steak? Well, I'm just like, look, there was the guys that crash landed, the soccer team that crash landed in the mountains in South America. And it was like, how do you go about like doing that? Like okay, survival, I get it. They were pardoned, a lot of them still have trauma. But I'm like, how would you like go about? And that's where they kind of started. Is like you gotta have to like desensitize yourself, and it was like calves and butts.
Truthfully, I don't think I would.
You just die.
Die or try to look for other vegetarian, like food wise. Like I would.
So if you were like
plants.
stuck on the side of a snow-covered, ice-covered mountain.
Oh no, I'd probably just be dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'd
be like, yo guys, like I can't be the guy to eat someone else. Kill me in an instant. Have your way. Like
Have your way?
Have your way. I give you consent. All right. I
Damn.
don't think I could.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I could. Even in a survival way, I think I would rather just.
Even in a survival way, Ant couldn't eat somebody.
I think I think
That's why you're
starving
the-
is like is probably the second worst thing to go out of. The first one being burning alive.
What about drowning?
I feel like you'd pass out first. No, because your lungs would burst.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like my body would shut down before and like.
Your body's gonna shut down. You probably, if you're at a point where you have no fresh water, you're probably gonna die of dehydration before you die of hunger, right?
Yeah, because you can.
You can go for like
You
weeks.
can go for weeks without eating.
Yeah, but like days for thirst.
No, you could go. No, you could go a couple months, like a month, without eating.
need
Drinking. That's where things get tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can get water though, you think you're fine. But yeah, no, I don't. I think
That is why you're one of the best camping partners. Because I know you're not going to eat me, but I can have my way with you.
that's not how this.
That's exactly what I took away from that. So when we go camping next month,
that's not what it is. No.
cameras come on.
That's different. That's different. That's a controlled environment. If we were to crash land in like a snowy mountain or whatever, or either on an island or whatever, that's different. Versus us actually just going to the campsite.
I just have this vision of us getting on a plane and you like holding me down and be like, nah. I'm like, I gotta get to the pilot. I gotta get to the pilot. Like, Ant, are you dead? You dead? All right, I'll let you die first. Like,
No, you better put me out of my misery. I said, only way is to put me out first, fast and like non-painful.
ooh,
As best as you can.
as best as I can.
That's it.
Start a fire.
And burn alive.
Roast. I'm still stuck on this cannibal thing. Like the idea of just like this thing eating grandma, and you just gotta be like, "Hey guy, like, how you doing? Is she tasty? Yeah, kind of like jerky. Yeah, yeah."
Is it original or teriyaki?
And it just cinematically, like, to my head, because I've watched so many horror movies. You know, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Have you watched any of those?
Yeah.
Okay. What was it? It was when they rebooted it, and it was like the origin of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Leatherface, yeah.
of Leatherface. But he's wearing the dude's face, and he like turns to the girl, and the lips all hung down, and it's like, it's a really, if like you see it, it's a really grisly image.
No, I
because
know.
like the eye
I've
sockets
seen-
are all
I've seen
yeah.
it, yeah.
And all I can think of is this thing like chewing, right? And then like turn, and it's just grandma's face like draped out of its mouth as he's just like, not like you when you were a kid, you used to eat the fruit by the foot, and he just like tongue lapping it up, and he's like, he just got like a mouth wad of grandma face.
Oh, God.
Just like
I think it would go straight for like the middle section.
where all the meat is.
Especially the organs. Going for like the heart, the stomach, the liver,
Yeah.
all that.
All the tasty bits.
Yeah, and then it would go to the arms, legs, face, all that stuff after.
All right, movie time. Do you want a second to think about how you would shoot your movie? Because I already have an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going full witchcraft.
Okay.
I'm having warring Native American tribe
Oh.
casting a blood curse turning a woman in the tribe they're warring against to a Chinoo.
Okay.
She massacres the entire tribe, right? They go to remove the curse so they can kill her. Icy Heart prevents it. She ends up massacring the other tribe.
Oh.
And then that's like the start of the Chinoo, and then it's just out there, right? So like super cold, like maybe we'll start at like fall. So you have like, you know, kind of like the warring tribes, maybe like north to south, like you have like Canada into America, we're warring, blah, blah, blah. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then, like I said, they're gonna do the ritual. They're gonna summon the thing, right?
Right.
And then like immediately like woman dies, like, right? But at this point now it's winter that she's passed away. The ground's frozen, they can't go bury her. So they put her out in the wilderness, right? She gets up. And then it's like, kind of like that like weird, like, are you watching a zombie movie? Are you watching like, you know,
okay,
so you don't really know until like it starts progressing where she's like the first night the Chinoo is actually out, the Chinoo takes out like a guardsman, right? Like one of the scouts, just gone, right? Gets the taste of flesh. It waits a couple days. It grows because it's hungry again. It comes back into town. This time it takes 1 or 2 people, poof, real quick. And then like, so like the tribe is like slowly shrinking because it goes like through multiple times of this thing attacking it over a couple months. And then like all of a sudden it just runs through the town. And they're like, yeah, we did it. Like we moved on. Like, so they like claim the land, but the Chinoo is also like, no, this is my land. And then that's when it starts attacking them.
Right.
But I have this really kind of like the scene of this thing like moving through the trees, right? And they have like the flintlock, like the musket style rifles, and they're just like, boom, and then like hits it, and it's just like, instead of like blood, it's just ice and just like, you know, you hear it like crack.
It's kind of like when you shoot into like ice.
And then like when you see it later, because like, I want it to be like, you don't know what this thing is. It almost feels like it's a zombie again and again and again and again and again and again. And then like, when you finally see it, you see like the arrow sticking out of it and like the bullet hole where it like got shot in the shoulder and all this stuff. But then like, it picks its head up and it still has like the long, like Native American hair, but the lips are all chewed off. And like the eyes are all sunken and bloodshot and like wild looking. And then it just like, but I want it to be like hyper gore, like just like whatever the special effects record for gore is, I want to up it by 500 gallons of blood. I want it to be that gory.
Oh,
I want body parts. I just want like this thing's just tearing through people. And then like at the end you have like Western like pioneers that are kind of like coming west.
Yeah.
And then they have to deal with the thing.
But but they would be more equipped with like more modern.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's like it's almost one of those things like they come up across like the tribe's encampment, and it's like all just destroyed. The teepees are ripped to shreds, firewood's all cold and burned everywhere, and it's just dried blood and body bits everywhere. And they're like, "What the hell happened here?" And they're looking around, and then like they turn, and this thing is just like leaping from a tree and just, and then it cuts to black as you hear like the end credits start to roll, and you hear like the horses and the guys like, oh, what is that? Oh. And then you hear like the horse die, and then like the guys die, and you hear them like screaming as they're like smashing faces together, and like it's this crazy like end sequence, and then like end credit scene is just like this the behind shot of this hulking figure like and it's like warming up, so it's like starting, you can see like the ice starting to melt on it as like summer or spring starting to come in, and then it like looks over and then it just runs off north.
Okay. That's your movie?
That's my movie, man. Just a hyper gore fest. But I like the idea of witchcraft. I want the person's family to try to appease it because they know it's their daughter or they know it's its wife, you know, whatever. But it can't, like that's the thing. And that's, I don't know much about Native American traditions in terms of how their, not so much their witchcraft worked, but how their like religions and kind of what they believe and how they could control, you know what I mean? I feel like you go into voodoo and it's like voodoo, you can do a whole lot of things, you know? Even in African lore, there was a whole lot of curses that you could put on somebody. But it's like, could they potentially like, maybe we'd write it to where it's like, oh, we can control it slightly. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, we feel it's like it's resisting, like, oh, we have to twist harder and like break its mental so it kills its own family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that.
Like no final girl. Well, the final girl's the Shanu, and she ends up winning because she's the one that inherits all the land.
Right.
But then she's just like stuck this monster forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right.
Kind of period piece. I want it shot in like 70 mil, so you got the black bars on either side.
Oh god.
You know, like really gritty. Like, but I want like a super blue color palette, like super icy. I want it warm in the beginning, super blue, super cold, super dark, super bright whites. And then when the pioneers come in, it's springtime, super green, like, or budding greens, still a lot of browns, sun's
coming into spring.
Coming into spring, and then that thing hits, and then it's just like the viscera of just whatever it does. And it almost like, kind of like a polar bear, like, or like a bear eats, then runs north to hibernate, finds the coldest spot it can, gets up underground, sleeps, and then it comes back out and just starts mauling more people.
Oof. Yeah, no, that is ooh. Nah.
Yeah, that's kind of my idea. I was driving around work today thinking about that, and I was like, what could I, like, how would you make that? And it's like, oh, like, for something, because once you put a Wendigo on screen, everybody's gonna know it's a Wendigo. But now you have like this hulking but slightly emaciated human running around the woods.
Right.
And make it fast, make it strong, but it's gotta be her face. Just her fucked up face.
I think that's the biggest thing, like, from that thing is like the teeth, like the lips gone.
Cracked teeth, it's not being able to take care of itself, like, yeah.
So
maybe it's chewed off a good chunk of its tongue that it could like reach out. Oh gosh, could you imagine? Like, putting your, like, it pushes its tongue out of its mouth, bites down and bites through its tongue so it can then eat its tongue. So like there's no tongue, lips are all gone, fingers are chewed down, like there's bites out of its own forearm where it's just like in the woods gnawing on itself. Yeah, just trying to like keep sated. But then all of a sudden it's like, you know, they're out there looking for her. They're like, the body's gone, like, blah, blah, and they're out there looking, and then it's like,
yeah.
And then it's like the blood rush, like you see it sniff, and then it just gets low and just starts prowling and hunting, and then like the first like young guy is like, where the and then just dead.
So my movie idea is kind of going back on the kind of the first story of where the girl appeases it, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
And turns it back. So it's kind of like, because you almost can't do this thing without having a little bit of black magic into it as well, because that's kind of where I see it starting, to where tribes or whatever. I would say this is more towards, I would say these are, what's it called, like sanctioned lands or whatever.
Okay.
Indian,
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Indian reserves.
Yeah.
There we go. Basically, these are Indian reserves, not modern, but maybe like 1900s.
Okay.
Some sort. Anywho, on the Indian reserve, they do their own thing. It's their own land.
Yep.
It's frozen, of course, because they don't have tribe to tribes anymore. I don't know. I would say that this started off with like maybe the advancement. So kind of like combining both the story of like, oh, this guy got rejected, or the guy rejected someone, or didn't take the offering of someone, right? They got a curse placed on them. and he turns into this thing, right?
Uh-huh.
In the middle of it, family member, whoever, or a random stranger turns them back. Like, oh, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
So it starts off with that, of where the guy is just, he doesn't take the offering of marrying into, let's say that he doesn't marry into a family,
Okay.
or whatever. He just doesn't want to. Doesn't like it, doesn't want to. They place a curse on him, right? Because one, it would be beneficial for them, that family, if they were to marry into his family. So
Okay.
they would have gained more.
Yeah.
in this- yeah.
Hey, we're gonna marry you into this family, so then we have like basically a name and a pull in
Yes,
this
absolutely.
for. Okay. Yeah.
He didn't accept it. They didn't like that. They cursed him, and he turns in. It kind of progresses over time, where he starts off a little bit. The hunger is just gnawing at him. Starts gnawing at him. Gets colder and colder with the weather, and then he starts getting that hunger more, and the smell of people's like just flesh or whatever is just getting to him. So he starts just killing randomly, like out people who are just either camping in the woods or passerbyers. But he hunts at night, of course, because it's a lot easier. I would say that he just goes, he massacres the family that cursed him. So he goes after them because there's some sense of,
you're tying in like a revenge plot.
yes. So he has that sense.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He has that sense. He goes in, boom, he kills them, and I also want this story to be like a telling story, like a storytelling perspective, right?
Okay.
Towards the end, right?
Yeah.
But for right now, this is what's happening. It's kind of his perspective. He kills. He still has like a sense of humanity of he's watching this like survival instinct like drive itself, and he's letting it take the reins of like this like creature just.
So it's kind of like Get Out, where like he's kind of detached and watching it happen through its eyes, but he's not in he's not in control. He's just watching it go through the motions.
Well, no, I wouldn't say he's not in control, but he's just letting it happen. He's not even trying to fight it, right? He's just, especially because he has revenge on his mind so much.
Okay.
He's like, no, I want this. Like now I have like some strength.
These bitches gotta die. I can't.
Yeah, they gotta die. He goes in, kills them, and his taste for human flesh at this point is starting to become ravenous. Well, he comes to, I guess, I would say this is where he turns back or reverts back, is the
love of his life.
No, it's like a child that was saying like, oh, Papa, right?
Yeah.
Dad, blah, 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 blah. But she's blind. So she can't even see this thing's like, right?
Okay.
Because he walks up to her, but she's not reacting. She just hears footsteps. And he's like, at this point now he's becoming curious on why, like, because everybody who's seen him is just like, like starts running away, scared, blah, blah, blah. Boom. She's just like, she's blind, and she's thinking, oh, Papa, finally you're back, blah, 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 blah. You know. And that's when
the love of the pseudo daughter brings him back.
that's when he starts, and
Interesting.
reverts back, blah, 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 blah. And then they live throughout their life. This is starting towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Right? Him as a human, he lives through this life now, and like he coughs up the ice lungs, and it's gone. It melts away, he watches it, it's gone. Right? He lives his life, he takes care of this daughter. I would say, hold on. There was a way I wanted to do this.
Like, she's the new now? Like,
no.
past the curse? Or we...
I would say that, she reverts him back. And of course, because of how, like, she dies.
Oh, shit.
Because of, like, she's fragile and everything.
Yeah.
And blind. She wasn't her family had left.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically,
There was no one to take
abandoned her.
care. Yeah, there was no one to take care of her. He tried to, but she died. Years later, years pass. He's
doing his thing.
He's had his own life now.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there and he's just talking, and he's telling the story of a Chinoo.
Yeah.
Not that it was him,
Yeah.
but of a Chinoo to like his, let's say, granddaughter.
Uh-huh.
Like he is an old man, like
Yeah.
great granddaughter maybe,
Yeah.
or great grandson, whoever.
Found love, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
this
blah.
is like, yeah,
He's
that
lived his
Chinoo-
entire life.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, that Chinoo, blah blah blah. This is like, oh, that was crazy, like, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the story turns even more dark because the granddaughter leaves, but then she was just like, it kind of switches perspective at this point to where it's her perspective now. She's like, oh, I kind of forgot this thing. She comes back in and she just sees him like eating more human parts.
So he kind of reverted into like the cannibalism.
Yeah,
And towards the end, kind of like, all right, I'm back. Like, I'm curious if the...
like, yeah, and it's kind of like, oh, wait, you were the Chinoo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Something along that lines to where I wanted it to be like a storytelling driven one of that Chinoo, and then it kind of goes boom, boom.
I like I like the idea that they like kind of the arranged marriage, like you're not gonna do this for us, like
Yeah.
you're not part of our family, blah blah blah, curse, boof, there you go. I like the idea of him keeping up the cannibalism for like years and years and years and years and years and years and
Yeah.
years. Like his whole life, he can never let go of the taste.
Oh, absolutely.
You're like,
yeah.
ugh.
And I think that's where the granddaughter is like finally finds out. It's like, wait, you're
Your award-winning chili is made of human? Like, I did have a third idea of like an origin story of that you could take. Now, granted, you could take the witchcraft anywhere, right? But of a guy who betrays, like Native American wise, who's like, hey, especially when you had the warring tribes between settlers and the Native Americans when they were warring. And it's like, oh, hey, like, I'm gonna tell the settlers, like, y'all are, like, you know what I mean? Like, me as the Native American character, run to tell the settlers, and I'm like an informant. And then somebody figures out it was me, and then as they die, they curse. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's like, well, I can't revert the curse because he died. So now I'm stuck in this form. And it's like that kind of like mystery of like, how do I get out of it? And like, how do I get past it? And like the taste of human flesh, he kills the settlers. There's like, he's the first of his kind. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. And then like somebody from that tribe, like it was one of the warriors that died, but one of the doctors or like the medicine women or whatever from that tribe end up doing the same curse to somebody else. And then they meet. And then they can either have like an all-out brawl or like one of those like, like, oh, because I sniffed? You don't like that noise? What are you scared of? Come here. Ugh. But yeah, you have that like origin, betrayal into death. And then, yeah, you could be a Chinoo, couldn't you? You could be a Chinoo, couldn't you? You want to eat people? Huh?
Oh my goodness.
Huh, Moon Pie, you want to eat people? You could be a Chinoo. Yeah. But yeah, corgi Chinoos. Telling you.
That's hilarious. That's all?
That's it. That's my episode. Chinoos.
Ooh.
That's what I got. Native American, Wendigo adjacent. Not Wendigos, but kind of Wendigos.
Right. Well, if you guys enjoyed listening and watching the episode of the Ghost Schools podcast, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And turn that bell on for any notifications to stay updated when we post. Follow us on our other platforms, Instagram, TikTok, And also, anywhere you listen to your podcasts at, we are on there. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, Audible, YouTube Music, Spotify.
All the podcasting.
Everything. So
anything where you can get a podcast from, we should be on it. Just search Ghost and Ghouls podcast.
Absolutely.
You'll find us.
Absolutely.
Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you do it right now. Go click the button. Just go to YouTube, Ghost and Ghouls podcast. It's the green and orange logo. Hit subscribe. Because at 1,000 subs, we're gonna do a little first merch drop. A little fun little don't miss out. A little FOMO action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be coming down the pipelines next year.
Yep.
We're working on some designs, coming up with some fun stuff. Make sure you subscribe. That way you are entered in, because our first 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna do like a certain amount of shirts. We haven't really decided on it yet.
Yeah.
But once we get the prototypes in and everything,
We've been
else,
coming up with some ideas, some logos, but
Yeah.
deciding on how to do this to make it limited.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, that's the wrap of season 0. We're gonna start season 1 next, Friday. The next, episode 19, or it's gonna be season 1, episode 1. First Friday, gonna be amazing.
Let us know what you want me to talk about. Give me a region. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break it up season by season, but we're gonna do like North American region, blah.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of go through the regions over time, kind of come up with some fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Or if you guys come up with a fun story and want me to read it to Ant.
I don't think there's anything else that I know of.
All right, I got one more thing.
Oh.
Okay. So the Chinoo's all icy, right? Right? What if it was like the one hung guy from the village and like it's all frozen, but it's knocking against his knees? You know what I mean? Have you ever heard like ice like clicking in the trees as the wind blows? Wonder if it'd be like that.
I worry about you sometimes.
Ting, 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 as he's running. No? You should.
I fear your mind.
A lot of chaos, a lot of voices up there. Ghost of Ghouls. Thanks for watching.